In the beginning, there was a song. I was in the 4th grade and lived in El Paso, Texas. I heard it on the radio, bought it, and learned it. Then me and 2 of my little friends performed and sang for anyone and everyone that would listen. It was called You Cheated, You Lied. I don't think it was really called that, but I don't know what it was called. That's the only part I know. I fell in love with it. That was my first performance, says Minnie. Now I'm driving my parents crazy with this. That was the beginning. In the beginning, a little later, there was a Buddy Holly song, 6th grade, I think. I think me and the same friends did a tap dance / vocal choir performance for a talent show every day. 6th grade. Truly, my parents are nuts by now. And in the beginning, after my family had been transferred to Salt Lake City for the 8th and the 9th grade, and then to Arcadia, California, right across the street from the Santa Anita racetrack, pretty ritzy in comparison to Salt Lake, something brilliant happened. I took a month's worth of classical guitar lessons, and my teacher decided he wanted to go to Spain, so he sold his Goya classical guitar to my parents for a plane ticket to Spain. And they gave it to me for my 16th birthday, May 26th. I had just met a drop-dead gorgeous guy named Steve Dold who stole my heart over a 5-week period. This was a long relationship, 5 weeks, and then broke up with me for my best friend. And for the first time after all those years, like since the 4th grade, of singing other people's beloved songs, I understood what love was and why people write these songs. So I called my parents to listen in to my new song, and I, forever the drama queen, sang it to them, tears rolling down my face. When I was done, my mom rushed over to me and said, "Oh, honey, that was beautiful." And my dad just stood there with his steely blue eyes and said, "Well, sweetheart, I think you've done it. It's a good song." That really was the beginning. I think that's when my mom and dad knew that I was gonna do this and that there wasn't gonna be any question. The question was, from my mother, you will get an education because you will probably be a famous rock and roll singer or a country singer or whatever it is that you're, or an R&B singer, whatever it is that you're gonna be, but you will be educated and you will be able to stand in a room full of incredibly intelligent and intellectual men and keep up with them. And you will be an independent woman. Oh my God, this really is like the biggest night of my life because this is music publishers. This is people that are actually saying to me, you did good. Because sometimes, I know all of you as songwriters, you say sometimes to yourself, did anybody notice? Did anybody actually notice? Does anybody know that how hard I worked on that song? Or does anybody notice that I really work on my voice so I can sing that song really good and that I really don't have a life outside of this? Did anybody notice that? And so when something like this happens, like last night in the middle of the night, because I just got back from Nashville on Saturday night, I went there to record some music, and I did. I recorded 18 tracks in 3 weeks. That's the fastest I have ever recorded. And I'm tired, and I'm thinking, I'm in tears, and I'm thinking all the things I want to say, and I'm really sorry that my mom and dad aren't here for this because they would have so enjoyed this. And so I want to thank you, Del, for making this possible for me and make me understand that somebody did notice, because I know that just you yourself, all by yourself in a shining little light, noticed. And that just makes my day. And to all of you here, all of you artists, all of you songwriters and amazing performers, I am going to be 66 years old on May 26th. I wrote my first song when I was 15 and a half. That's a long, long time ago. So this is what you have to look forward to. If you really want to do this forever, you can. You just have to, as my mom would say, put your nose to the grindstone and go for it, and just be determined, and don't let anybody get in your way. And the music business is, as far as I'm concerned, pretty trashed right now, but you know what? It's us, even me, it's us who can bring it back and save it. Bring radio back, bring disc jockeys back. Bring the fun back, because the fun is missing, and we need to get the fun back. So I think this is a challenge that all of us should take on, and realize that if you're still going to be doing this as long as I'm doing it, and you're like 30, you've got 30 years to go. So we need to get the fun back. So you can have fun for the next 30 years, because I probably won't be here in 30 years, but my spirit will be with you at all times.